All right, we're live. Or at least Facebook says we are. This says we are. So this is good. Okay. Give me a second. I want to see if I can share the stream. There we go. Share. Facebook. User opted out of platform. Okay. Video link. And what's on my mind? This is on my mind. And bam. Post. Alright, I don't think that's going to actually host the video. I don't know. We'll see. YouTube. See what happens. I'd like it to just be live. I wonder if. Yeah, I'm not going to mess around with this right now. Okay, cool. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I know that most of my videos volume is pretty low because I talk really quiet, but I've upped my internal volume, so hopefully I don't hurt your ears and spike it. And I hope that this is working. So I just want to double quickly check that audio is coming through for my own peace of mind. And then, yeah, we'll get to it. So, give me a second. Do this. I don't know if I can check that. Okay. If I go. Live stream 2. Yeah, there we are. We're live. The delay's not so big either, so that's cool. All right. Here we go, guys. I'm going to be playing Sector 4 of the Drift. If you haven't been following, you're going to learn as we go. But this is the new prototype for the next game that we've been developing. It's a solo cooperative roguelite game. So what does that mean? It means that you're going to be able to play it through, and then as you're unlocking things and doing things, you can carry that progress over into the next game once you perish, because you will perish in this game. It's resource management, dice rolling, survival game, so lots of fun. And we are here in Sector 4, and we're going to be testing out the. We've only ran through this sector 2 or 3 times, so I'm really excited to run through it again. Basically what you're seeing here is the sector space. So this is the space that we're going to be going from one warp gate to the other. We're going to be piloting our SS Raptor, which is right here. Here's our pilot, Kimberly Foster. She has a couple special actions that she can do. So there's 2 special actions. She has hunger, thirst, health. We have ship damage. We have our warp indicator. We have our stamina track, high and low. We also have skill cubes that we can spend, and we have gear that we have crafted, and all the gear has durability. So this polar shifter has a durability of 3, and so forth. So as we use that stuff, we'll knock the durability down. We also have our cargo hold here with all of the different resources that we've collected. So this is wood. So here we would have 1 wood. Up here we have 2 root. And what you can see here as well is we have spots for modifications of our ship. We've currently built 1 modification, which is the void burner engines, and we have a durability of 5. We can reduce this number at any time to move the SS Raptor 1 square left or right. And then we have sort of our items that we wish to build that are not built yet, so we can kind of keep them there to keep track of what's going on. And then we finally have our guides. So these are sort of work in progress. We have our point of interest guide, we have our sector guide, and then these ones are just part of an old guide that I have open to these pages because they're it's information that's going to come handy quite a bit. So let's get started. We're going to go, and I don't want to do too many spoilers, but we're going to go to sector 4. So there's 2. All right, so sector 4. All right, so here we are in the Shrouded Void, and basically there's a little bit of a log here. So it's saying, Pilot, welcome to Sector 4, the Shrouded Void. This region is enveloped in dense anomalies that obscure standard navigational systems. Scanner data remains concealed until direct engagement or activation of scanner protocols. Proceed with heightened caution. The unpredictability of this sector may test your decision-making, adaptability, and is essential. Trust in your instincts and your guidance I provide. Remember, every step forward brings us closer to our shared objective. Your perseverance is commendable, and the journey through the void continues to be enlightening. So that's the quantum guide Epsilon speaking there, and he's just telling us a little bit about what's going on here. So again, this is all work in progress. And basically what's happening in Sector 4 is we have these hidden sectors. So after setup, place the cards face down randomly, and then pick up all the cards that have the no peeking icon right there, and then randomly shuffle them and put them back in order face down. Face down so that you can't see them. So we've done that already. As you can see, we have some face down cards here, and then we have some face down cards up here. So unfortunately, there's some right at the beginning. But this is what I'm here to test. So here we have, I'm just going to grab a couple markers and put them over here. Here we have the missions for the sector. So I've already done sectors, I've already play tested the Sector 1 mission with the scanner icons. So what I think I'm going to be doing is testing the second one here, which is overhaul systems. So I'm just going to put a little marker here. And the objective is to craft a modification for the SS Raptor. So easy enough. We've already done that once in previous things. The reward is going to be 3 skill cubes. If we can craft 2, then we're going to get gained cooked vegetables or hydration gel item cards, which are pretty awesome. So it would be nice to craft 2. So to craft modifications in this game, what you're going to need to do is craft first these hull frames. So in this case, it takes 2 hull frames. This one would take 1, and this one would take 1, and so forth, all the way up till 4. But to craft hull frames, it's going to take, in this case, to craft the first hull frame, we need to be at a shelter. You need to have 2 scrap, 1 glass, 1 wood, 1 plastic, and then so forth. As you craft, it goes up. So an item that's going to cost 2 hull frames, we would have to have this up here. So you always have to build 1 before going to 2, and then 3 and 4. So it gets increasingly more expensive. And even so, once you get to 3 and 4, you require being at a Nexus port, which is right here, to actually craft this. So it gets even more difficult as you need to be in the right location. So, but in this case, we just need a shelter, which was pretty common to find in the Void. So let's go ahead and keep that in mind. This is good. We already have 1 hull frame, and we have the Void burners. So right off the bat, I think what we're going to do is pull down an entry-level card here. So we have discard this item to remove 1 resource block from any. That might be good if we have resource blocks blocking us right now, which I don't think we do. We do not. We have 1. It's not really killing us, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's bring down the warp accelerator, which is going to be fun. Remove the hull patch, and there we go. So now we kind of have a target. So this is going to require 3 glass, 2 fabric, and 2 meat. So we currently have 3 meat, which is great. We don't have any fabric, and we have 1 glass. So right off the bat, we're going to be going for fabric and glass. And what we can see here is where we can find these with 100% accuracy. So we can find them here at the sanctuary or at the desert planet. So let's go ahead and see where we're at. So we can't see what's on these cards, unfortunately, and we're not going to get to see them until we get to a scanner icon. So we can see way up here is our first target. That's our 100%. So we're going to be trying to aim to go there, but if we see one beforehand, we'll get to that and try to get it done. So awesome. Let's get going. So we're going to play the game. First, what we do is we start by saying, what do we want to do? Well, we want to we want to warp. This game is pretty much a dice chucking game, so you're going to go ahead, move your warp indicator down, roll your high stamina dice, and then you're going ahead and activate each one at a time what you want to do. So we're going to activate this one to move forward once. And I just want to really quickly lock down these cards because I always forget to do that and I send things flying. And this one. All right, cool. Done. So we just moved one, and then we're going to go warp ×2. So this is the skip, the ×2. So I get to skip over this hazard and land directly on the Nexus port, which is fantastic. I still have one movement left. I don't want to use it. The rules state you only have to activate one dice, but you have to activate one dice each round. And you can never visit a location or trigger an icon on a card ever more than once, other than the drift, which is the little squiggly lines. So here we go, Nexus port visit. These are always really good. There's never anything harmful. So here at this Nexus port, we're in Sector 4. We get 5 energy, 5 stamina, or 1 resource of our choice. We have pretty good stamina at this point, so I'm going to take 1 resource of our choice. And we know that because the sector target, it's 2 to 4. So we can also trade any resource we want for a 2 to 1 ratio here. So I think what we're going to do is definitely take the resource. We're going to take the glass because we said we needed 2. And I would love to be able to get 2 fiber as well. So while we're here, we might as well trade 2 salvage for 1 fiber and 2 root for 1 fiber. And we are at a Nexus port, and if you look at the top left, you're going to see this little fire icon and a shelter. That means there is a shelter here, so I can actually go ahead and build the warp accelerator right now. Oh, no, sorry, I need 3 glass. Ooh, I don't know if I want to get rid of... I don't even have 3 that I can get rid of anything else. So I guess I could get rid of the crops, but that's food. Ah, whatever, we're not hungry. I'm going to get rid of the crops. That's going to give me my 3 glass. And now we can go ahead and build the warp accelerator. So we'll go use 3 glass, 2 fiber, and 2 meat. That's going to unlock the warp accelerator. So we're going to set the durability to 5. And we also had to use a hull frame. So there we go. Hull frame is now reset. And this is now complete. So the regular reward or bonus objective is complete. Perfect. All right, so that was cool. That's everything we did at the Nexus port. So now we're going to go ahead and warp again. So we're going to go like this. That's going to move down our stamina. And then we're going to reset this back to the top. And we get to roll our warp dice. All right, so we're going to move on to this, obviously. So we're going to flip this. We're going to move straight. And then we have, we also have to add a seeker drone. So that's going to try to come after us if we initiate anything with this little alarm symbol on it. So you can see right here the alarm symbol, which I think I might do. We'll see, because we have any direction. We do need resources because we just spent a bunch. So we are going to go ahead and visit the planet right here. So those 2 to get us to the planet. It always costs 1 warp to land on a planet. So there we go. We landed on the planet. I also like to bring my dice back to the dashboard to remind me that we're on a planet level now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Sylvan Wilds. So here we are at the Sylvan Wilds, and we're going to go ahead and find out exactly what location we're going to. So quickly, just overview of the site. Here you have a sector scan, so this is going to tell you 100% what you're getting here. It's also going to tell you the odds of shelter, fire, or a hazard. And then finally, the odds of the rest of the resources turning up. So you can see here, like if we're ever wanted battery, we know never to go here if we're looking for battery. And then points of interest. So this is what we're interested in right now. We want to see where we're landing. So we're going to go ahead and roll the dice, and we're landing on 12, which is the spire. So I like to just kind of put that there to remind me. So here we are at the spire. We have a shelter, and we also have a hazard. Before we do anything, we can collect any 3 of these resources, or even 3 of the same if you wish. So I'm going to go ahead and collect, just start bringing things up. So root, we don't have any root here. We do have crops. I'm going to bring my crops up 1. I'm going to bring my fungus up 1. And then 1 more. My wire. Wire's kind of tough. Cool. So that's the 3. If I wanted to, if it was really critical at this point, I could say, you know what? I'm going to use my pilot's action. I'm going to use Kimberly's action to remove a skill cube to collect an additional resource at your location. So I can remove one of these cubes and collect, a resource. We know that at the end of the level, because we've got mission complete, we're going to get 3 cubes back. So we could spend 3 cubes at any point during this level and know that those are going to be replenished. But for now, we're fine. We're going to keep that resource. All right, so there we go. That's all we can do here. And now what we're going to do is we have to draw a hazard card. So we're going to flip this card. We're going to check the target. So we're in sector 4. So we're going to need a 6+ on the D12. Now, if we win, we're going to get some glass. If we lose, we're going to get a little anxiety, and that's not cool. So 6+ should be doable. And the other thing I want to note is on the top left and top right, you're going to see there's a little, I'll just zoom in this way. You have what we call our skill icons. So here we have the survival skill and the tool skill. And what you can see here is Kimberly comes with 1 survival skill already embedded. And we have a bunch of tools. So here's the gravity hook that has a survival skill, the navigator with 2. So any time I want to, say, use one of these skills, I can bring the condition of this dice down to take advantage of the 2 that are there. So essentially, the 6 that I need could be a 4 or even less. So we got it anyway, so we don't need to use any skills. So we're going to get 1 glass. And you can see, like, as the sectors get higher, it's going to be more crucial that you have a balance of cards that can help you pass these tests, because the last thing you want is to have a bunch of conditions stacked against you. It's going to happen, but they're pretty easy to get rid of at this point in the game. It just sucks that you have to spend the resources on getting rid of those versus, equipping yourself for the future. All right, so this is everything done at the Sylvan Wilds. So we're going to go ahead and continue our journey. We're going to go ahead and pick up the warp dice. We're still in high stamina. I probably maybe should have slept while I was there because I did have the camp. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go 1, 2, and pull up my stamina. Anytime you increase your stamina more than 3, you have to drop both your hunger and thirst. But in this case, I just did 2, so it was like a short nap, not too much hunger or thirst from that. Let's go ahead, and I can't remember if I already dropped that warp down. I think I did, so we're going to keep it there. And grab my dice. Let's go ahead and roll. Alright, so if I use this, the seeker missile's coming at me. Not so bad. I could go this way, or I could just go straight up across the drift, which I think I'm going to do because I want to kind of get off this card. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go into the drift. Once you do that, you immediately have to roll the drift dice. And we have seeker missiles moving, and we're moving up 1. Alright, so we're going to move up 1 again, and the seeker missile is going to move up 1 again. It's always going to try to kind of get in front of me. Still in the drift. We're doing well so far. Okay, so now we have wild, 2 conditions, and I'm going to go up into the drift still. And then we got the seeker missile and 1. Technically, it's not so important in this scenario, but the ship, the SS Raptor always moves before the Seeker missile. Um, but yeah, there we go. So now we're out of the drift, which is kind of fantastic, and we still have dice to use. So if I use this one, the Seeker missile will come one step closer to me, but I will get ahead of it. But I'm going to get myself into a hazard, which could blow up in my face. But they're not all bad. I'm going to risk it. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that up one, and then this is going to go diagonally. And we're going to hope that we get something good. We did. So we got a stamina. We're already at high, so we don't have to lose anything there. Or sorry, we don't gain anything. All right. Now I could move to the right, but that's going to move me into the Seeker missile, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and warp again. And remember, the Seeker missile only moves if you are activating that dice. So this is good. We're going to go ahead and use the wild. Move forward one. And then flip this card. Lock it. And if I go forward again, I'm going to go into this, which could be disastrous, but I have no choice unless I want to take stamina. At any time you can flip a die, and to flip the die, you just drop your stamina level down. So I'm not going to flip a die. I'm actually going to activate this dice, go up into the hazard. And this is actually really good. It's in my advantage. So this is 2 to the right. So I'm going to go and skip jump 2 to the right. And I still have 1 dice left. Oh, I forgot to the roll. Because I rolled that condition skull, I have to drop that down. That's not if you use the dice. That's just always. What do? Do I come on over to the other wilds? I think I've already gunned the wilds. I want to get up to this. So I am going to go up, which is going to bring me into the asteroid field. And now that I'm navigating an asteroid field, I have to drop my stamina anytime you enter an asteroid field. So that's cool. We're going to go ahead and warp again. So let's go and use the dice. And let's see what we got. So we got 2 conditions. 2. And I'm going to go ahead, and there is no Seeker drone, so I can actually move this up to the next drone target, which is up there. And it's only going to chase me when I'm on its card, by the way, so we don't have to worry about that. All right, so we're going to go up 1, and then I'm going to go over 1, and then up 1. Not so bad. All right, so here we go. Now we're moving into... See, I'm worried this could skip me forward, and in this game there's no such thing as going backwards, so that's kind of dangerous to hit that at this point. But those odds are low. So I think I will just take it safe, go to the right, which will drop my stamina, and then move up, and then up again to bring me into the location. So we're going to warp down to the location right now. I actually want to start thinking about getting my health and hunger up. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to start taking advantage of some of these the consumables. So like just +2 water, +2. So hopefully we can get some water, some sludge here. All right, so let's go ahead to the location guide. There we are, Star Sanctum. It's one of my favorite locations. All right, so 11. So we're going to the Stellar Cascade. All right, so there is no shelter, there is no fire, but I do have a fire kit and a shelter kit on me. So I could discard this shelter right now to take a little nap, which I do kind of need because I don't want to get into low stamina. It's not the end of the world, but low stamina dice have a little bit more odds of triggering conditions and a little less forward movement. So it gets a little harder slower to move. Um, what am I going to do here? All right, let's just go ahead and start thinking about meat and crops, 2 meat, 2 crops, which we have meat and crops here, so this is great. So let's go with 1 meat, 1 crop. I'd actually like to get something like this because this is going to give me a lot more um, hunger, plus it's going to get me some stamina back. So if I could do this, that'd be fantastic. We do have the leaf. We don't have any fiber, so that's going to be a problem. And there is fiber at this location. All right, cool. So I'm going to take 1 fiber. I took a meat, took a crop, took a fiber, so that's everything. Um, I need 2 root, which I do not have. I don't know why I took that meat if I'm going for this. I'm going to backtrack that meat for the root. And there is root at this location. Perfect. So now I just need 1 root, which I'm not going to get here. Okay. That was close. But you know what? We're getting closer to getting it in the future, so just 1 root. That's all we need. Okay. We got the fiber. We got the meat. The crop. I think I got 1 too many there. You know what? I'm going to use these things because it's important at this point. So I'm going to use 2 of these because I think I actually already took 1 too extra. Too many. So there's my 2 root. 3 crops. I'm going to use yet another one. There's my 3 skill points. 3 crops. And I have my fiber. And there we go. So now I need a fire to actually create the nutri paste. So I'm going to go ahead and discard my fire kit, which is going to allow me to have a fire. And now I'm going to cook with my 3 crops and 2 root, 1 leaf, and 1 fiber. And we just created the nutrient paste, which is going to make me go up 3 hunger, which is fantastic, 2 stamina, and 1 skill cube. So we're going to get 1 of these guys back. So yeah, that was worth it, I think, at the end. That was a good craft. And now we have a hazard. So we're going to go ahead and take the hazard. Again, we have that survival icon, which is great because our character is really good at survival. And 6 plus. That 2 stamina would be nice to get. So hopefully we can get it. I think we can. So 4. So we didn't get the 6 plus, unfortunately. So we got a 4. So automatically we have 1 on Kimberly as being the scouting specialist. So that means that I needed a 5. So I only need to augment this dice by 1. So I'm going to go ahead and use the gravity hook, which brings us down to 2. And I'm going to pay attention to the keywords now because this says climb and navigate. And this says if the hazard at your location features the words climb, which it does, or explore, this item's condition is not reduced. So we're not going to reduce this item, and we're going to take advantage of that right away. So there we go. We have it. We get our 2 stamina, which is going to bring us back up to full. So not a bad visit to this location at all. Let's go ahead and continue warping. So here we go. Yeah, I can't wait to get this game physically made. All right, so this was, I'm not going to go right now. I'll go up 1 with this. I'll go right to get into the middle, and then I'll go up 1 here. And remember, we're still trying to get, it'd be really nice if we could get another modification because we want to get that bonus. And I really do want to leave this level with either cooked vegetables or hydration gel equipped to this character. So I really, really want that. So I am going to start thinking about getting the materials for this, which means I need like scrap yards. This would be a great location. and then even here after. So let's try to do that. So we moved up one, we moved over, and then we can move up one again. There we go. Let's go ahead and try to get there. So I think what I'll do is move right. And then I'm going to hit this to go into the drift, which immediately allows me to roll the forces me to roll the drift dice. This is going to go 1, 2, and because I don't have a condition, I have to roll, and this could be good or bad. So 11. So we're actually going to get a skill cube. So we get a skill cube back, and then this is going to reset. And then we're going to go down 1 because we had two that we rolled. But it is a wild, so we're going to go up 1. Alright, so this is going to take me over to the right. If I flip it, I get a wild. Right is dangerous because I could get sent into one of these impassable walls, which is going to damage the ship. I think I'd rather take the wild at this point. So we're going to take the wild. We have no conditions, so I'm not too worried about this track. And we're going to go up into here, which leaves us with 1 dice unspent. So we're going to activate that to land on the planet. And there we go, that's for the land. So we're going to land on the derelict starship right away. So here we go. Let's go to the derelict ship, which I believe is the next one. There we go. Roll for location. 4. So we're at the burning core. All right. So salvage wood, glass, wire, battery, all the things we need. All the things we need to craft a hull frame. So let's go ahead and take salvage. We're actually going to need 2 of them. Let's go to take 2 salvage and glass, wire, battery. We have 1 battery. We have 1 wire. Have 1 glass. Let's go ahead and take a wood. All right. So there we go. And right away, I'm going to go ahead and spend those. Oh, I need to be at a camp. And oh no, I haven't used my shelter. Do I make shelter here, or do I risk going to a new planet for shelter? I'm gonna shelter here. I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna use the shelter, and that means that we can now craft the hull frame. So 1, 2, and then 1 glass, 1 wood, 1 plastic. All right, there we go. So hull frame is now built. That's great. So essentially, we could build this last thing, and it's gonna score the mission. But I'd actually like to get something a little bit more interesting for the future. Like being able to cook in space would be nice. The scrapper is really good because I can exchange units. Ooh, I think I want this. I think I want the scrapper, or maybe even the shield. That shield is pretty awesome. That's like adding 5 health to my ship. Okay, well we'll see what we get when we get there. But for now, that's it. We're a ways from having that happen. So now we have to do a hazard. So here we are looking for 6+, and voila. So we didn't get it. We got a 5. So we're off by 1, but we have maybe some gear that's going to help us. We have the polar shifter, which will help us. So reduce this item's condition by 1 to move the SS Raptor 1 sector square forward. We haven't used it yet. The condition's still at 3. We're going to drop it down to 2 because I want to pass this test. So what happened there is when I drop the condition, I'm allowed to use the skill icon. So you can see I have the little text skill icon, and this requires the text skill. So I rolled a 5 and I needed a 6, so now I needed a 5 to win because I'm using that one text skill. So I ended up getting it, which is going to give me some meat, which is not bad because we're going to have to eat soon. And there we go. That concludes our stay at the derelict ship. We're going to go ahead and warp again. And remember, now we're just trying to get more gear, more stuff at this point. So I think I'm going to bypass these things and not worry about them and just kind of try to make some headway forward. So let's go ahead and go up 1. You know what? Over 1. And then up 1. Yeah, we found ourselves a floating mushroom in space. Some fungus in space. And then over 1. Why not? Alright, so we got a condition. Over 2. Let's go up 1. Up 1. And now we're going to have to start moving this as we activate more dice. So that was an up 1. Don't think I want to go over 2. Which way do I want to go? It's going to go this way. This way would be faster because I can use the drift, but this way has more stuff. So I want stuff. It'd be nice to hit that scanner and reveal this card as well. All right, so that was a good roll. Let's go ahead and go up 1. I'm going to use a skill cube to take advantage of my warp action, which allows me to double the distance of the dice allowed to you. So I'm going to go ahead and go 1, 2, which will be 2 stamina. And then my third dice I'll get onto the scanner, which allows me to reveal this card. And that's it. So now we're going to go warp again. Feel some danger coming on here. So we can't use this one or we're going to take damage. We can't use that one and we can't use this one. We have to go down. So now we've got to see what we can flip. Can't use that. Can't use that. Can't use that. So we're actually in a scenario where we can't use any of these. We're going to take damage. Alright, so let's go ahead. Bam. We took that one. It's going to be 1 damage. And then we're going to warp again. So again, we can't use this one, can't use that one, can't use that one. Oof, this is not good. It's 1 damage. This was it was a really stupid decision to go to that scanner for what, like revealing a card, knowing how dangerous that. Anytime you're in a corner like that, it's extremely dangerous. There we go. That's the one we need. So we have to use this. Flip that dice. Activate that. That's good. So that's going to shoot me up 2. And we'll go like that to land on the planet. At this point, I'm really looking to have a rest. So let's hope that makes it happen. We're at the Pirate Cove. Spacer's cache right here. So 1. Bloodlock cells. All right. Salvage, meat, wood, crop, sludge, battery, glass, all the good stuff here. Salvage, we need 1. We're gonna need 3. Let's go 3, 2 salvage, 1 glass. Because eventually we're gonna need 2. I'm not going to spend anything else. I probably should have taken the sludge, 2 sludge, because I'm gonna get thirsty. And there's no shelter here either. So now I have to debate, do I make a shelter? Leaf, which I don't have. So I can't even build a shelter. So no sleep for me today. Alright, 6 plus. Let's hope. We got 5. Again, 5. We have the... do I want to take... I don't like that I'm using polar shifter so quickly. But I don't want to take, what is it, addiction? Which is like really bad. It's 2 thirst every time there's a... let's use it. Let's use it. So this goes to 1. That's going to pass it, which is going to give us some plastic. Which we need anyways. We need 1 plastic, so not bad. I'll sleep at night. Okay, cool. So we weren't able to sleep, which is really, really sad because we're in low stamina. What happens is once we're at the end of this track, whenever we have to take stamina, we're going to have to lower the highest, either hunger or thirst, tracks instead. So that's going to suck. Oh my god, 3 conditions. See, 1, 2. Roll this dice. This could be a good thing. 4. So 1 resource. Let's go ahead and take the salvage. I have to take 1 more. Alright, cool. Now we can use these dice. 1, 2. There's nothing I can do. 3. It's not looking good. I need to get to shelter. Alright, so we got a right, or left, sorry, wild, two wilds, 1, 2, and I am going to use a cube to double the distance of one of my dice because I really want to get to that sanctuary. Come on, 41% chance. No shelter. But fiber. All we need is that leaf now. All we need is the leaf. I took a fiber. I'm going to take another fiber. In fact, I think I'm just going to take 3 fibers because I need 2 for this. one for the shelter, so 3 fibers. Yeah, 3 fibers. Crops and sludge meat. All right, we're good. Luckily, there's actually no hazard here. We got really lucky, so that's cool. Let's continue on. So this is where things are very critical, because we're going to start losing big time. To the right, nope. To the right. Oh, sorry, these are left. Can't go forward, I need to go left. There it is right there. So it's take a damage, roll again, or flip this dice, which is going to cause hunger to go down. Actually twice, because I'm going to have to flip and then get into here. There's no way I'm rolling a double times 2. So let's just do that. So we're going to take the hunger, flip the dice, go into the asteroid field, and then warp again. Alright, so we got this, which is good. So it's going to go right. And then right. We'll go up 1. And then back into the warp. Into the drift, sorry. And then up 1 into the hazard. Get ourselves some corn. Find some crops, that's great. Floating in space. And that's all my dice. I'm going to go ahead. I really, really want to get to this planet here because there's a high chance of shelter. So that looks like 2 conditions. 1, 2. Looks like a 1. So we're going to get a cut at this point. Small cut. Not the end of the world, but not something I want to have to repair right now. And then that's going to go back up. And let's go ahead and go up 1. And then over 1. And I'm going to, again, use a cube to go double the distance. And then warp down to the planet. I think the odds of leaf, if I'm not mistaken here, yeah, it's 100%. So if anything, we might be able to get that shelter built if there isn't one here. Aquatic world. So we're going to 8. All right, so let's get that leaf. And we have the wire. So the leaf, I'm just going to remember, I'm going to do this to remember. I have 2. I took the leaf. I have 2 resources that I can pick up. And the reason I'm just remembering this is because I'm going to craft now. So I'm going to take the leaf. I'm going to take 1 fiber and 1 wire to craft the shelter. Because 8, yeah, there's no shelter here, but there is a fire. There is a fire. Okay, so we have a shelter. I'm going to use the shelter automatically. And I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 is my small map. So I have to go down 2 on each of these tracks. When these ones reach the bottom, what happens is your main health starts to die, and once you get here, it's game over. So you really don't want to have to be dying of thirst or hunger. You got to keep that up. And it's impossible you can't bring the health track back up in this game at all. I think there's one advanced item that'll do it. Yeah, the vital regen, which is like the last item of the game. It's extremely hard to get, but this is going to give you an additional 5 health, and that's it. That's the only way this game's going to give you ever more health. So once this starts dropping, it's pretty much permanent. Cool. So we did that. Now we have 2 more resources. And the reason I wanted to split that up is because now I need to start thinking about my thirst. So again, it'd be really nice to get like purified water would be the best thing I can do. So here we do have sludge. So I'm going to go 1, 2 for sludge. I have 2 fungus. I do have 1 fiber. And I do have 1 glass. I feel like this is important to do because I still have a lot of level left before. So this is actually key. I need a fire, which we do have at the location. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So I need 3 sludge. I just took 2. I'm going to take a cube to grab my third. And now I'm going to go ahead and take my sludge and boil that into real water. Add a little mushroom into my soup. And then I'm going to strain it with some cloth. And I'm going to put it into a plastic bowl or glass bowl. And there we go. I got a nice plastic jug. We have some purified water. So we drank that. We're going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. We're also going to go up 1 stamina, which we're at full. But more importantly, we do get a cube back, which is nice. All right, feeling a little less pressure, but still, I don't like seeing the hunger and thirst track down that low. So let's go ahead and work our way towards this now. So we have the 3. We don't have any glass. We don't have any fiber. We do have the 1 plastic. So glass and fiber. And that's going to be ideally at the desert world, which is currently not on the map. Oh, right here. Perfect. Straight ahead. Let's get there. So we're going to go warp 1. We get all of our dice. And we go down 1 condition. We go up 1. Bring our stamina down. We got the wild. And then we got this, which is going to bring us to the planet. And this is the desert world frontier. 9. All right, here we are. So here we have a fire, we have a hazard, but we also have the other stuff that we need. So, starting with glass, we want 1 glass, 2 glass, and then fiber, 1 fiber. I really don't want to use another skill cube for this, but I just want to get it over with. It's important. Let's go ahead and take 1 more fiber. Alright, so we got our fibers, we got our glass. We have some fire, which we're not going to do anything with. There's no cooking that we need to do. So we're good. We're going to go ahead and draw a hazard. And luckily we have the survival icon, so we're looking at 6+, but we can modify that pretty easily. So we got it with a 10. That's going to give us some salvage. We're already at max. If you're wondering too, these gray cubes, they can actually be unlocked, so you can permanently remove those. And that permanent with the, where what is it, stasis cargo. So that card will actually allow you to unlock those cubes. You can see I've unlocked one of the crops because I thought it'd be cool to have a lot of food storage. All right, so we did that. We did the stuff and the things. Let's go ahead and warp out of here. Because we don't have the shelter. So we need to find shelter. That's cool. Worst case scenario, the odds of, I think that's 100% odds. I have to go back and check. 100% odds of having shelter at a station at the end of every level. So there we go. Let's get there. Let's make it to the end of the level. It's time to warp. So I don't know if I already did that, but we're doing it again. All right, so we're gonna go up 1 over right. I can't do, so I have to go up 1. It's gonna bring me into the drift, and we're gonna try to ride this drift all the way to the end of the card. So up 1. Wild. Wild again. Over 1, that's going to cause damage. I want to flip it. So because I got to the end of the track and I have a condition, I have to do what all the conditions that you have to do whenever you need. So in this case, we have to roll d12 and hope for less than 8 plus. So 11. So gain 1 infected cut. So the cut just got infected. That's not cool. Infected cut. All right. And I think I actually have to go down 1 extra. Oh no. It's going to kill all my stamina. Actually, I don't even remember if I moved. I don't think I moved. I can't remember, so we're just going to take it. But I think I forgot to move after I did that. Oh, there's actually a secret drone here too. That's not bad. Am I on the drift still? I am. Oh no. Oh no. So that's a damage. That's another damage. Reduce the slightest condition, move the SS Raptor 1 sector square forward, or move the SS Raptor 1 sector square left or right. So we'll do that. This is going to go to 4. 3. Man, we're saved by the Void Burner engines. We were in a really tight spot there. Really glad that I invested in those. There are actually gears, if you're wondering, there's gear as well that you can buy that are basically repair modules that will allow you to bring the condition of these things up again by bringing the condition of the repair module down. So there's ways to kind of get more longevity out of these things. But ultimately, you could always just rebuild them. All right. Moving on. So I forget if we have any of these dice left, or if we just jump right into the void, into the drift. I can't remember. So I'm just gonna warp again, and now we're in low stamina. We really need to repair. Our ship is like, we've got 4 health left on our ship, so that's a thing that I haven't been managing well at all. So we're taking 2 of these. I'm just going to do that, which is going to automatically do -1 hunger, -1 thirst, because of my infected cut. But we've got 2 wilds, so we'll go 1, 2, and then we got a right action, which will take me to the derelict ship, which I will land on. Because I'm going to try to build this. Derelict ship has good wires and like scrap metal, stuff like that, so good place to visit. Alright, so this is good. We have a shelter. I'm actually going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, so that's down 1, down 1. Wow, we're already down so much hunger and thirst because of that long warp that I just did. That's on me though. Alright, I need to repair my ship. So discard this card to replace it with 3 cubes. I need a wire, glass. See if I do that. Oh, hold on a second though. Where am I again? I'm at 1. We have shelter here. I'm going to do this right away. So we're going to build 1, 2, 3. This is probably dumb. 2 glass, 2 fiber, 1 plastic. That's going to give me my second hull frame, which is awesome. And I haven't used any, I haven't taken anything from here yet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try to get that wire, which we got. We're going to get glass. And we're going to get fiber. And then I feel like it's important to get salvage, which we have here. Just want to make sure that I was allowed to take all that stuff. So glass, yes. Fiber, yes. Wire, yes. Salvage, yes. Okay. And to take the salvage, I'm going to actually spend a cube. So now we can do the hull patch. So we're going to go ahead and quickly patch our ship. So we do that. Glass, wire, fiber. There we go. So that's going to allow us to repair 3 hull. I feel a little bit better about life now that that's repaired. Alright, cool. So we got 2 hull frames. We got the glass. We really need to take care of this infected cut right now, like big time. So that's wire and fiber, which I could get rid of right now for 2 cubes. I'm going to do it. This is probably the dumbest thing. Fiber and wire. Like we need it, we're here, and I need to get rid of this thing. It's gonna kill me if I don't. Okay, cool. So fiber, wire. So one thing about this game too is as you're getting closer to the end and you know you're gonna die, you can start actually preparing for your death. And there's gonna be a quantum guide is gonna have a tuck box. You're gonna be able to unequip these cards and tuck them into the box. Depending on whatever sector you're in, you're allowed to tuck that many cards. So currently we're playing Sector 4. I'd be allowed to tuck 4 of these cards into that box. And then the next playthrough, I can bring them out and use them, and they'll have full conditions. So I get to start from the very start, level 1, but with these cards. So it's pretty cool to start thinking about that too. Like, death is not necessarily the end, it just means you're learning. And having those cards are going to help you get further the next playthrough. Alright, moving on. So we did all the stuff and the things. We have to draw a hazard card. And luckily we have that survival icon again. 12, we're not going to need it. So 2 stamina, we're full. Perfect. All right, let's get out. Why am I doing that? That's the wrong one. This is what we need. So yeah, we really needed that location, but I'm really nervous that my skill cubes are down so low because it's really tough to replenish those as well. And I'm scared of how to use that void burner engine. All right, so this is good. This is good. We got a ×2 up. That's going to be good. So it skips the first, brings us into here. We got forward one direction, and then forward another direction. This is probably going to send me into a wall. Nope. But target +5. +5. Come on. 10. Got it. So nothing happens. If I failed, I would have taken a hull damage condition. I think that's a condition. Yeah, here it is. Hull damage condition. Alright, so now we don't want to go that way. Let's go ahead and just rewarp. So we got one condition. We have ourselves a seeker droid. And this is scary. You kind of have to go through the middle because the seeker droid, I don't want to hit it. So, oh, but I can almost move a seeker droid. Where am I going to move it? I guess I could move it down. Seeker droid, seeker droid. I just need to check something. Yeah, so countermeasures. Anytime the pilot can deploy countermeasures by spending a scrap metal and a battery, this will allow the pilot to move the seeker droid 1 sector square in any direction. I could get out of my way. YOLO. Let's just go for it. Here we go. We're going around the hard way. Might as well use the ×2 to get me further up. This was probably the dumbest thing. Now I can use my dice. I think I'm done. I was done with my warp. No, I have one more forward. Oh no, blasting me too, but there's an unbreakable wall, so that's going to be damage. But now I can roll these. The end is near. The end is near. Toggle lock. I'm actually going to go visit this planet. Just to try to get the... Well, I need resources. Sanctuary. Okay, so what would be really good right now is to be able to... We still have to build another mod to get the bonus reward. But I also really need to start thinking about my hunger and thirst again. So this is kind of good because I can get meat and crops here. But again, and there is a fire. So I think I'm going to focus on my hunger. I'm going to get 2 crops. 1, 2. There is no root here anyways. And then 1. Okay. So let's go ahead and it feels like such a waste. 1, 2, 1, 2 to just go up 1 there. Oh, I don't like that at all. I don't like that, but I'm going to live with that decision. All right. I think I have 1 more, so I'm going to get some glass. Yeah, I really don't like that decision, but okay. I need 6 plus. Always 6 plus. 2. That's not good at all. I'm not gonna get this. This is not good. So I can get it to 5. That's not gonna be enough. All right, so I am now taking some radiation, which is not cool. So we got a little radiation now, and things are not looking good. Let's go ahead and there's not even a shelter here. No. All right, let's warp. Let's get out of here. We got what? 1 more card to pass. We can do it. So ×2 to the right. It's actually going to save me. So that's a skip over there, and then 2 forward. 1, 2. Got 1 condition. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so -1 thirst, -1 hunger. Roll d12. If it's 7 plus inclusive, -4 hunger. We could be dying of hunger. 7 plus inclusive, which it is, it's a 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We may just die of radiation poisoning. This is not cool. Alright, let's go ahead and roll these dice. And 2 forwards. Get us to that planet. I want to know if I can come back from this. I don't think I can. Nine. Tranquil Glades. Alright, so we got shelter. 1, 2. Short nap. We really, 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 really need food. I need hunger up big time. 3 meat, that's not going to happen. 3 crop, that's not going to happen. 2 fungus, that's not going to happen. Alright, so we're going to go up 1, 2, and then 1 root. So that's 3 crops, 1 root, and a leaf, which we can get here. Leaf, root. Oh, there is no crops here. Bye bye crops. back down to 1. Okay, so there's no crops. There's leaf and wood. Okay. Let's go ahead and get 1 leaf. 2 root, 1 root. One sludge. Alright. This is it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. I think I can make it to the end. I'm going into a whole level after this with literally dying of hunger and 2 really nasty conditions that I don't think I can get rid of. I could get rid of the infected cut. I probably should. Let's get rid of it. Fiber, wire, root, leaf. Alright, so that's infected cut taken care of. Now we just have to worry about this radiation, which is plastic. I don't have. Battery I do have. Crop I do have. Sludge I do have. Meat I do have. I'm literally just missing the plastic. Do we have plastic at this location? We do not. Alright, moving on. Alright, so really, I was kind of hoping for a skip here. Alright, so let's go into this drift. That was actually good. Goes over 1. I don't necessarily worry with that. And now we have 2 wilds. So go up 2. So that was those 2 wilds. Oh, that's good. I can skip. Okay, so we'll skip up. And then over 1. Really wish I was going to the Nexus port with a lot more material. Up to over 1. Oh, we can't even. The skip's going to skip the Nexus port. Alright, we're in sector 4. So we have a 3-to-1 exchange cost, but plus 3 hunger, plus 3 water. That's pretty awesome. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We really, really needed that. That was probably the best thing that could have happened to us right now. That was huge. That was huge. I'm curious if I can even, because I just want to get the bonus for the mission. 2 wire, 2 salvage, 2. We have nothing. And I'm not doing a 3-to-1. No, I'm not getting rid of all of my. So I don't think we're going to get the bonus mission, unfortunately, which is like what I really, really, really wanted to do because I wanted the hydrogel. Damn it. Okay, that's it. Can't do anything else here. Oh, I can rest. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'm just going to take a short rest instead of the full 3 because I'm at the end. Oh. So here. Finished. Dun, da, da, da. All right, so that's awesome. I would say, are not in a really good position as we have our first sort of health taken off by Sector 4, which is kind of scary, but we survived. We're here. Um, so the mission was craft modification, which we did. So we're gonna get 3 skill cubes, which is awesome. We really need that, but I was really hoping to get more. If we craft 2 modifications, we would have gained cooked vegetables or hydration gel. And why that is so cool is because up here we have these things, and they have durability. So when you cook these, it's like, you know, adding to your track, which is fantastic. So it gives you prolonged abilities to stay alive, which is awesome. Okay. That's it. I'm gonna end the stream now. I'm gonna take some notes. There's some things that I like and do not like. I'm feeling like the conditional chart here is a little bit too friendly. I think it needs to be the whole idea of getting the cut. There needs to be more of that. Like you should have cut or maybe exhaustion. I think exhaustion's a pretty easy thing. Um, yeah, exertion. Maybe even frostbite. Probably frostbite. Get frostbite in there. Like just some more odds. I think it's just like too easy to just constantly do that. So, anyways, the next live stream we're going to go on to Sector 5, and we're going to work to try to get rid of our radiation and bring our skill cubes. We'll actually bring our hunger up, and I want to bring our tracks right up. That's sort of the ambition. The ambition is going to be to bring those tracks up, get rid of the radiation, and then start working on some skill cubes. And I'm going to start needing more gear because these skill tests are only going to get harder and harder. So yeah, that's it. This is the drift, and I'm really happy with it, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying it. And that's what it's all about, right? So yeah, there we go, guys. That's it. Have fun. Thanks. Bye.